Welcome back to this Siemens S120 PLC and SINAMICS S120 server drive series video. And in this video, I will discuss number 5 topic, how can we use the S120 safety PLC and SINAMICS S120 is a built-in safety function, STO and SS1 safety function. The STO, that's the safety torque off, and SS1, that is safety stop. The STO and the SS1 safety function basically are widely used and the basic safety function for all the applications that need the safety control function. And as we can see from the sequence of this entire series video, the reason why I talk about the STO and the SS1 before the drive tuning and the motion control programming, that's because most of the motion control system, basically we need to set up the safety control at first. That paves the way for the further tuning and the motion programming control. That can guarantee you have a safety function enabled. So you can press the E-stop and shut down the torque and stop the motion drive. Also for some applications, your system must need the safety function. And once you activate the safety function, if you cannot figure out how to enable STO and SS1, basically your drive cannot move, cannot be enabled even. So figure out STO and SS1 at first. This is a very essential step. That's why after we set up TO, at the number 5 step, I would like to discuss how can we use the program and the safety controller to enable the STO and SS1 and how to execute this STO and SS1 in the SINAMICS S120 drive. And before we shift to the TIA portal, we can also utilize one example and library from Siemens support website. And you can browse support.industry.siemens.com and then you can search this ID 1094A5794 and you will find this SINAMICS Failsafe library. And this Failsafe library that can use for SINAMICS G and S, widely used for safety control. Okay, so this is very useful. And the library is support TIA portal version 16. And in this video, I will use the latest version so far, version 17. And we can see even this is the version 16, I can still use the higher version, version 17, to open this library, install this library, and we can drive the function block from this library. Enable and implement the safety control can be very convenient. And also in this video, I will show how can we use one real demo case and how can we use one physical switch on and switch off to enable or disable the safety torque off and the SS1. Alright, let's shift to the TI portal. Before we configure the safety function in the drive side, probably from the PLC side, you can program the MC reset, MC power, and MC velocity. So we can enable the drive and we can set the velocity. Then we can test the safety function. For example, while the motor is running, if we press the E-stop, so the drive, while it's running the STO or SS1, the drive stop date will show the different. So for testing purpose, here I will quickly program MC reset, MC power, and MC velocity. If you are the new learner, if you never programmed the MC command before, don't worry, you can review my video number 7 topic. That's the TO and MC function block to control the motor and the drive. And here, this is just a quickly and brief programming, so we can enable the drive and we can run the drive, the motor, so we can see the difference between the STO and SS1. Okay, we reset the fault, and now I'm going to power on this drive. Okay, turn on enable. So we can hear that. In the meantime, now the velocity is almost 0, right? So if I forward, so we can see it's running 360. So the 360, stop and go reverse. Okay, we can, this is a very brief control. We can use this very simple MC control command. We can control the axis. If I turn off, it can turn off, right? So we can turn on or turn off or fire the motor freely. But in most of cases, we will use the safety function. So let me show how can we do the safety. So let me save this project temporarily. And now, let me go to the drive. This is the drive side. Drive red and blue here. So let's firstly turn on this red. Double click this parameterization here. So we can see this is the safety integrated here. And here it shows this functionality is required commissioning state. Okay, so once we click that, actually this is this small pencil here. We turn off, exist, this edit mode. And if we click, so we active this commissioning mode. Okay, and now we are able to configure this. So by default, that's the no safe integrated function. So if from this drop-down list, the basic function, we are the Profisafe here, we are doing the communication. Okay, if we select this onboard terminal, so we will use the terminal from the drive. The basic and the common used safety function, that is a safety torque off STO and safety stop 1 SS1. As shown from this icon, while we applying this safety torque off, the drive will disable the torque to the drive to the motor. Then the motor will slow down by itself. If the system has a high inertia, then you probably need a longer time to stop the motor. But the SS1 will immediately stop the drive as quick as it can. Basically, the drive will stop the motor twice fast to stop the motor. Then, after the drive stop or after a certain time, then it will kill the torque after. Okay, this is the basic function. So with this check, keep in mind, with this check, the basic function will still wear the onboard terminal. So if we are going to control this where the Profisafe, then we need to turn off this. We only select this if we are using the Profisafe communication. Or let's go to the extended advanced function. So using this way, we can based on or without the encoder, and we can check or uncheck. So for example, for this brake function, brake test. So once we turn on, we can jump to this SBT function. We can set something here. Okay. So this is the logic. So it can directly set something here. However, all those extended safety functions you need to purchase from the Siemens. So the drive will come with a default safety function STO and SS1. So that's why in this video, we will mainly talk about the STO and SS1. So I will use this tool and uncheck this. And then if I click this STO, so we will see the select STO. So this is selection here, Telegram configuration. So we will go to the Telegram configuration. So to configure this drive, we will go to the offline mode and configure the Telegram at here. But so far, we are still online. Let's finish this configuration. Okay, go back to the drive. For the STO, still go back, STO. This save stop 1 delay time basically leave for the drive to stop the motor as quick as it can. But definitely we need a time. Basically this time could be 0.2 to 0.5, which set a shorter time. Then the drive can try its best to stop the motor. But after this time, for example, after 0.2 second, then the drive will start the STO, kill the torque. So from this curve, we can see this timing. So we can also connect something here. This is the drive bytecode connection. They are all drive parameters we can link. Then we go back. Before I click the STO, and now let's jump into the SS1. Then you will find the SS1 and the STO, the setting screen, they are the same. That's because from the Siemens drive side, STO and SS1, they all in one place. The only difference is this 0.2, this area, there's one setting named safety delay time. The safety delay time that's used for STO, but after that, it will do the STO. So this is a similar idea. That's why it's the same screen. And now, after we config here, we can turn off this. We enable the safety, okay? And now, don't forget, we need to click this, save RAM to ROM. Because to enable the safety setting, we need to cycle power for the drive, okay? The drive we just did, that's the right drive. So we enable the safety. Okay, so to enable the safety setting, we need to cycle power for the drive. We click the copy RAM to ROM. So now I'm going to cycle power. Okay, now let's go back to the TI portal, go offline. Let me show the safety program and setting. And then go offline. After the offline, let's go to the PLC side. Let's go to the safety administration. So firstly, we will enable the safe. Okay, this is safety setting here. It will use FB1. So I will click this, generate global failsafe. In this system, I'm using the controller, this 1512 SP failsafe controller. So this is safety controller. So the safety controller has this function. So I will click this, generate global. And the master safe program, this is the FB1. Okay. And to program the LDrvSafe, I highly recommend you go to the support.siemens.com. And then you can download this LDrvSafe library. At the early beginning of this video, I introduced this library. Here, we just direct download and let's install and import into the TI portal. Basic idea, this library will use the Telegram 30 and a pre-programmed some safety program, so it automatically mapping together. So that's create a very easy life for us. After we download the library and then go to the TI portal and click the right side library, and here let's click this open library. We will upgrade from 16 to 17. Meantime, it will also install this library. After you import this library here, we can open this library. Okay, and before that, I'm gonna change this style to ladder logic. So from this job list here, I will go to browse 1500F, Profisafe control word, Telegram 30. So we'll use the Telegram 30. And from here, we can see the LDrvSafe safety, this Telegram 30 control. Okay, this is S and G. Because we are using S120, so we will drag this. In the meantime, we also need to drive this UDT. So let me drive this function block first. So ask us to create 1 dB. Okay, no problem. All right, we create this function block. Also, we will drag this UDT. Drag this UDT to the PLC types here. Drag this to the PLC type. Okay. And then after this drag, so let's go to config the Telegram 30. Find out the drive. So click this Profisafe here. So find out this Telegram configuration here. And as we can see, so we enable the write access, the write motor. So at here, we will add the Telegram, add a safety integrated Telegram. And that's the 30. And here, we also need to monitor one thing. So for the Telegram, the PLC will receive that safety range, that's the 304. And for the Q, the control, that will go to the 304, Q304, okay? You can change this, okay? But basically they need to be the same. Input and output, they will start from the same, okay? And after this, let's go to the PLC tag. We will create a tag project to this output, this address. So let's go to the PLC tag, show all tags. And here we can name, this is the safety S120 red motor. Okay. And I will select the date type, select this date type. This date type will come from the library. We just drag to here, this one. Okay, select this. And the address at here, that come from the drive, come from this 304 here. So we will select this 304. This is the Q at here. Okay, now let me go back to my safety program IP1. So for this output, flow this. Okay, we will click this, drag to here, release. So after we drag here, it will show like this, P, pound, Q. It's doing some pointer behind, okay? So this is very important. This allows this function block control this red motor safety. Okay, and now let me program the safety input. So I will assume we are connecting one safety button. All right, that connect to this module. Double click this safety module. I will temporarily close this. DI parameters. I will use the first one. Enable this first one. Okay, the first one I will select the 1001. I will only use the channel 0. Okay, this is this safety module. So I'm using the input 0. It has 8 channels. So I'm using the VS0. This is my safety button circuit going back. So as we can see, this is the input channel. I'm using one switch from the number 9 connected from number 9 to 1, like this style. On, we will give an enable. I config this. And now, let me double check the address IO tags. So the IO tag here, this is a safety eStop input 1. Okay. This is the safety eStop input 1. So now let me go to the IP1 program. And let me drag the eStop function block. eStop. eStop 1. From this eStop here, I will go to use the SF, my safety input 0.0. Okay. And acknowledge necessary, it is true. Okay, we need the acknowledge. Okay, and this queue, I can, here, the static, I can create the eStop 1 enable. Okay, this is one bool. I can drag to here. So this eStop will control this. And this eStop, we can connect to the SS1. Okay, because the SS1 actually behind SS1, it will do the quick stop at first and then do the STO. So we will see the entire process do this. Okay, firstly, I will connect to the SS1. Okay, we basically finish everything. And also, personally, I would call another acknowledge. This is the acknowledge. Okay, I will use, let me use M100.1. So as the safety acknowledge. To acknowledge any fault from the safety. Okay, eStop, and we give it enable. All right, now let me download everything. In the meantime, we also need to download the drive because we config the Telegram 30. Okay, start up the controller, and we also need to download the drive. We'll do the save parameter after. Okay, so we download everything, and now I can go online, the drive. So the drive now shows green. And so let me go to the controller. So let me acknowledge this. So the eStop now is off. So this signal is off. Okay. So the SS1 is off. Let me double check the safety. Right. Go to the parameters, safety. Here, I like to double check if the safety, the function be active. As we can see, STO and SS1 are active. Okay, so if now I'm going to power on the motor, the normal program, and this is the right axis. If now I'm trying to power on the motor, so we can see it won't show anything. The motor won't power up. That's because the SS1 in the safety program haven't been on yet. Probably the eStop haven't been released or haven't been confirmed. Then let's go to the safety logic. Let's enable the SS1. Okay, and now if I enable, so we can watch this signal at here. And now I enable. So we can see the signal at this input card. So now the safety input is on while waiting for the acknowledge signal. Now I give acknowledge. Then the eStop function block output is on. Okay, and now this SS1 is enabled. Okay, let's reset. Try. Okay, and now let me try. Safety is enabled. So this time after the reset, we can hear the noise. So the motor is powered on, and let's do the forward. So the motor can run. And in the meantime, I will try the SS1. If I turn off process e-stop, let's see. And we can also monitor the speed here. I will turn it off. Boom, we can see the motor immediately stop SS1. Okay. So this is immediately stop SS1. Okay. And let's do it again. So acknowledge. So now safety is enabled again. So let's turn off the power, reset the fault. This is reset fault. And now let's power it on again. So this time let's run faster. So for example, we can run 1000. Let's run faster. We can run 1200. Let's run faster. Okay. Power on. Okay. And now the power should be enabled. So the drive is enabled without any issue so far. And we run this jog. And we run this jog. So now the motor is running fast. And now I'm going to press the e-stop. We will see the motor should immediately stop. Boom, immediate stop. Okay, let me enable that again. Okay, this is the SS1. We can see it stopped very fast. And next step, we will try STO safety torque off. It's just a run down, lose the torque, and stop it by itself. And I will give this enable move to the STO. Let's see the difference between the STO and the SS1. Okay, I will move this enable to here. Okay, and we need to download the controller, compile and download. Okay, so without this acknowledge, so without this STO enabled, now same thing, if I'm going to power on this motor, so firstly let me do the reset. Okay, and now if I'm going to power on, so we'll see the motor won't be power on. Okay, and now I'm going to acknowledge. So we give the enable to STO. So now the STO is enabled. So let me power on. So this time we can see it power on. Okay. And same thing now, I'm going to use the jog to run. And this time, while using this switch, the e-stop switch, to control the STO, we will see the motor. The e-stop, we will see the motor, because at STO, it will shut down the torque. So the motor will still travel a certain distance. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3, go. You will see the motor won't immediately stop. It will still travel a certain distance. Okay, let me enable and let's try it again. So reset. MC power, reset this MC, and so currently this STO is now enabled. Now I'm going to acknowledge, but we confirm. So now the STO is enabled. So let me turn on. So we turn on the motor, and this time we run reverse. So, okay, we are still running the STO mode. So, ready? 1, 2, 3, turn off. So we will see it still travel a distance because it's just torque off. Alright, that's it for today. In this video, I showed how can we enable the safety function SS1 and the STO in the S120 server drive. And then we use the safety controller 1500F CPU, and I set up the safety program. And I demonstrate using the SS1 and the STO to stop the motor. And we can see the difference between the SS1, it quickly stop, and the STO just a torque off. So we'll see the torque off will slow down the motor because only torque off, it won't immediately stop the motor. This is the difference between the SS1 and the STO. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, please give me a thumb up. If you like to watch more videos in my channel, please subscribe and hit the bell. Thank you for watching.